Hi, everybody. It's Nick Jonides. As you guys know, I'm a certified running and wellness coach. My mission is to dismantle the myth that running is a hard sport and isn't for everyone. And I want to create a community of people in this group that wants to commit to a healthy lifestyle and feel strong from the inside out. Today's talk is how to stay injury free. Hey, Peter, I loved your story about how you started running at a later age. Awesome. Hey, Jen. Okay, so there are three main things that I do. Now, obviously, there are things that can happen that are beyond uh, what you can, even if you do everything right. But these three things will generally keep you away from the nagging injuries. Okay, number one, make sure your shoes are not old. Okay, many people I talk to, the very first thing we talk about amongst in our first conversation is generally how old your shoes are. If your shoes are old, it puts you in position to get injured. Again, um, minor things like shin splints, sore muscles, all kinds of stuff generally start from the shoes. Okay? Again, there's overuse injuries as well. But number one, start when you're starting running, when you're starting a new cycle. Hey, Jen, another Jen, um, is to get new shoes. Make sure your shoes are new. I'd buy two shoes at once, okay, and rotate them, okay, and then generally sneakers last about 400 to 500 miles. When I get to 800 miles or 750ish for the two combined, I then pitch them both and start my next two. And then how do I know? I write down on the shoe itself the date I started. Okay, if I'm off a few miles, I'm off a few miles. It's fine, but at least I kind of know where the date is, and then I keep a running log, and then I know when it's time to change sneakers. So number one, make sure your shoes are not old. Okay, hey Ali, good to see you the other day on the track and always running. Okay, number two, rest. You always need rest. Okay, and whether it's 1 day per week or 1 day every 2 weeks or whatever it is, if you do too much, you're going to get injured. So for me, again, now I'm working through an injury myself, so I'm trying to only run every other day. But basically, at my peak, I try to get at least 1 day off per week. I know I'm getting tired when I don't take any days off, and that's generally when I push myself too much and I get injured. So pity on me. It's my fault when I do it, but for you, know what you are for yourself. If you are a younger runner and have endless energy, you could probably get away with less rest. But as we get older, as my again general suggestions, as you get over 40, try to get 1 day off per week. As you get over 50, possibly 2 days off per week, or at least 2 days every 3 weeks. Hey, Corey. Okay, so that's number two, and then the second half of number two with rest is cycles. Okay, 1 week out of every month, try to run at least a few less miles. Okay, and then every few months, make sure you try to recharge. Maybe after a big race, take a couple weeks off. Again, it depends on your body. Don't overload your schedule so you can't rest. And then finally, so number one is shoes. Number two is rest. And number three is listen to your body. If you have a nagging little injury that, again, there's injury pain and injury soreness. Okay, soreness, if you're sore a couple of days, it usually goes away. If it's something that hurts and does not go away, okay, especially after 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then you don't rest it, then you're in the position to be injured. If you give yourself 2, 3 days off in a row, you're not going to get out of shape. Don't worry, and it goes away. Resume. If you take 1, 2, 3, 4 days off and it does not go away, hey Juan, you have to join us one day, Juan. Is you may be time to see a professional. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 days in a row, injury doesn't heal, go see a professional, PT, ortho, chiropractor, whomever you trust to work on you. Have them look at you. It may be nothing, and maybe after the fourth day you are going to be fine, but better to get it checked than to let it linger. Linger, things become worse, okay? And as they get worse, obviously the injuries mount. A simple sore Achilles may eventually become, you might get tendonitis, tendinosis, and then a torn Achilles if you continue to move on it. So things can get worse and escalate if you don't rest them, or at least get a professional to look at them. Again, for me, 3-4 days, 5 days of pain injury, go get it looked at without, and you've taken rest. Okay, there's manning it up and running through it, and there's being wise, and that's what I leave you. Again, make sure your shoes are not old. Make sure you listen to your body. And 3, make sure you rest. Again, injuries may still come, but this will greatly reduce it. If you have any questions, ask me below, okay? Or ask me right now if I haven't been clear. And also, make sure to subscribe to my email list to get even more tips and tricks. Have a great day.